story time. I normally don't talk about personal stuff this deep, but in the last 2 years, I haven't had a chance to speak about this topic because it was something that was taking a toll in my mental health. In the last 2 years, some of you guys have seen that I've dated a couple different people, right? And maybe this message might reach the right person. And the one thing that I do want to say is be careful who you give your heart to, because you don't know who that person is until you provide no more value into that person's life, that you start to see who that person really is and you see their true colors. Now, when I ended a long-term relationship with someone that I was dating for a long time, I didn't plan to fall in love, but I fell in love with this other individual that I ended up meeting shortly. It was something that just happened spontaneously, and it happened so darn fast. I ended up giving my heart away to this individual. Long story short, I posted it on social media, then all hell broke loose. People started getting involved, and this was a reminder that you should never post a relationship so quick when it's not set on a strong foundation. Long story short, I lost that relationship. At that time, I thought it was the worst thing that had happened to me, but in fact, it was a blessing in disguise. What I thought was a redirection was actually God's protection. Now, I never realized what two individuals can do together and how much effect they can take on my mental health. And all seriousness aside, it was really taking a toll in my mental health to the point where I was literally going crazy. Don't ask me how, but somehow these two individuals got together, they became best friends, and they made a commitment to make my life miserable. After this, I started dating a little bit, and every person that I tried dating, they kept contacting. Every podcast, every business opportunity that I tried venturing in, they kept reaching out to the producers, jeopardizing and sabotaging business for me, opportunities, and it got to the point where I was literally going crazy. I reached out to one of my mentors, and my mentors was like, man, this is really affecting your livelihood. You need to press charges. You need to seek some legal help. And it wasn't until I started seeking some legal help that I was able to get this to stop. But guys, do you imagine what would have happened if I would have married either one of these two individuals? They would have made my life hell. Here is the biggest takeaway. Be careful with who you let into your life. Be careful with who you give your heart to. Be careful who you pick as your lifetime partner, because the two biggest decisions that you'll ever make is, one, the God that you serve, and two, the person that you spend your life with. That person can either make you or break you. Guys, we see so many men and women too being destroyed by divorces because they pick the wrong person, because they get set on beauty and they pick the wrong partners based off of how they look or how they feel, how that person makes them feel, rather than picking them for the right reasons, rather than paying attention to core values. Does this person have God in their life? Does this person support my dreams? Does this person believe in who I am? Now, through this process, I never spoke one word about these two individuals. In fact, this is the first time that I actually address it. And the reason being is because I just focused on God. I focused on who I am, on that relationship with God, and doing what I had to do to get to the promised land. I was accused about being a fake. I was accused of defamation, so many different things that were thrown on me. And the funny part is, it's crazy, but you need a woman who can stick by your side no matter what. A person who is going to see the goodness in you and not just the potential, but believe in who you are and what you say you are. Because everything that I have now is exactly what I've been preaching about in the last couple years. And the only woman who stood by my side was my current wife. She was the one who believed in me blindly. And this is the same reason why she's my wife, why she is the mother of my children, and more importantly, why I treat her the way that I treat her. because she earned it, because she was loyal through the good, through the bad, and more importantly, she was willing to stick by my side. And that's exactly what you need to seek in a partner. And that is the message. It's not about the story, it's about the message. The message is you need a wife who's going to stand by your side through the good, through the bad. Someone who's going to believe in your potential. Someone who's going to write it out when you're at your low and at your high. Guys, picking the right partner is crucial. I'll never hate on anybody or wish bad upon anybody. I wish these two individuals peace in their heart and, more importantly, blessings. And I hope they find their true happiness, because I have found mine. If someone is willing to destroy your business, this person is willing to destroy your life. This person doesn't care anything about you or has any morals. And this is why picking a partner who is God-fearing is so important, because someone who really is God-fearing will look at you and realize that whatever they do to you, they're doing to God. And there is consequences to everything. So sometimes it's just better to stay quiet, to do the work, to trust God, and see how God brings you to the promised land, just like he brought me. So I hope this message finds the right person. I love you guys.